My name is Andrew Leroy Rudder, and on behalf of my fellow co-chairs, Barbara, Jennifer, and Aaron, who could not join us today, and the Law Society of Ontario, welcome to the 18th Solo and Small Firm Conference, which is appropriately dubbed Evolution. I want to start by sharing a short story of my evolution with this wonderful conference. 4 years ago, I was at a pivotal point in my life where I wanted and desperately needed a change in direction in my legal career. I was unhappy at the law firm I was working for at the time. I somehow intuitively knew that I'd be happier working for myself, but I didn't know where to begin or how to do it. I was always intrigued with the romance of entrepreneurism, but I tricked myself into believing that I couldn't afford to do it because of the reality of the inevitable struggles. Until one day, I realized that I can no longer afford not to do it. So during the tail end of the global pandemic, I untethered the ropes from the dock, lowered the sails, raised the anchor, and set sail on my ship into uncharted waters by starting my own law firm as a solo practitioner, hoping my rudder, pardon the pun, would guide my ship in the right direction. However, like many of you who are here today, I quickly learned that I needed some help. I needed another rudder, if you will, to guide my ship through turbulent waters. It was around this time that I heard of the 15th Solo and Small Firm Conference 3 years ago today. Just as the world had changed significantly at that time, so did the practice of law. For many people, this transition was challenging, but for others, including myself, we saw the global pandemic not as a great misfortune, but rather as a great opportunity to innovate and transform our legal practices. I saw like-minded people in a diverse panel of speakers at the 15th Solo and Small Conference, which I attended via the webcast. I wanted to learn practical ways to move forward from people who embarked on the same journey that I was about to take. I learned so much from listening to those speakers as they took me through their own personal journeys, from starting out as a solo practitioner in a small firm and discussing the advantages we had, to managing their legal practice in the rapidly changing environment. Every speaker presented a unique story of resilience and commitment and expressed how they leveraged their strengths to build successful practices. I learned so much, and I leveraged their wealth of experience to eventually achieve it myself in my own venture as a solo practitioner. I also benefited from the networking opportunities and the opportunity to expand my professional network. It brought together so many like-minded people from diverse backgrounds and experiences. And by engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing our knowledge, and connecting with like-minded individuals, we open doors to potential mentors, clients, and collaborative ventures. As many of you know, building relationships is invaluable throughout your legal career. I benefited from the array of professional development opportunities. By attending the workshops and panel discussions, I sharpened my legal skills and expanded my knowledge base. I benefited through my exposure to thought leaders, listening to speakers, participating in Q&A questions and sessions, and having one-on-one discussions provided me with invaluable insights. The wisdom shared by these speakers helped shape my perspective and provided inspiration for my own trajectory as a solo practitioner. Lastly, I benefited from staying informed as the legal landscape is constantly evolving with new legislation, case law, best practices, and legal technology emerging every year. I stayed up to date with the latest legal developments. So 2 years ago, when the Law Society of Ontario asked me to return as a speaker at the 17th Solo and Small Firm Conference last year, I didn't hesitate to say yes, as it was my way of paying it forward and giving back to the same conference that helped me. I was also able to showcase my expertise through the speaking engagement and further establish myself as an authority in my niche area. And last year, when the Law Society of Ontario asked me to return as a co-chair, moderator, and speaker, again, I said yes. in order to continue to pay it forward even more and help you guys get further ahead than me than when I started. That's how we evolve, which is a theme of this year's conference. Today, solo and small law firms are evolving and operating much differently than we did 4 to 10 years ago, thanks to the evolution of legal technology. But as empowering as legal tech is for us, it won't eliminate all challenges, because the environment we currently operate in is also evolving and surging ahead, which begs the question, how do you keep up with the constant need for you to change, adapt, and evolve in this new, ever-changing, and evolving environment so you don't get left behind? Well, today our diverse panel of speakers will provide answers to this fundamental question and much more. So whether you're a solo practitioner, owner of a small firm, a lawyer or paralegal, a legal tech enthusiast, or a student aspiring to join the legal world, your attendance today will be a rewarding endeavor that will contribute to your personal and professional growth and development. And on that note, let the evolution begin.